Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. And on tap tonight, it's the Washington Mystics going up against the Los Angeles Sparks. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. And the excitement of a new WNBA season really hasn't worn off yet.
Well, you think, training camp happened, preseason happened, so these teams, they're still getting up to full speed. Some are clicking, others are still fine-tuning, but it's very exciting either way.
Well, soon enough, everyone will be rolling. And then the competition starts to get real fierce.
Nimble move by Hamby, getting around the contact into the shot.
Pass to Dolson. Clark, guarded by Jackson. Dolson with the screen. And here's Melbourne. Edwards, left side. It's stolen by De'Erica Hamby. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jackson. One up, one down. She makes her first shot of this game.
Effective moving the ball from the front court. Hamby's a willing passer.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now Melbourne. Pass to Sykes. Melbourne. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Azurá Stevens. Down low. Hamby misses.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Back to Sykes from outside the arc. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, beyond the arc, Sykes can be pretty choosy, but she finds an angle she likes and drills it.
Now here is Sims. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And here's Melbourne. Sykes outside. 5 to shoot. Goes up on the baseline. That's short off the rim.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much room.
Now here is Stevens. Three-pointer Kelsey Plum. And Clark pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
And that puts them in the lead.
Well, we know about Clark and her three-point exploits, but she also has the ability to beat you closer to the hoop.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And the last time the Mystics won a playoff series was in 2019 when they won it all.
Well, they got bounced in the opening round last year, which makes it 3 of the last 4 years where they've lost in the first round. The Mystics just haven't been able to replicate that 2019 run.
Now here's Edwards. Out to the wing. Here's Melbourne. She's guarded by Stevens. Melbourne, good. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2. You know, when we talk about players who just get better during the offseason, that put in the work, Kelsey Plum has got to be high on that list.
Yeah, she was the first overall pick back in 2017, and she struggled her first few years. Didn't shoot a great percentage, but Plum's really improved on her game. She's been top 5 in most improved player 3 different times, and now one of the best scoring guards in the W.
Well, with the career Kelsey Plum has had, it's safe to say she's lived up to the hype.
Multiple-time All-Star, league MVP, 2 titles. Yeah, I'd say she has. Clearly one of the most complete and popular players in the league.
She hits both from the stripe. And in 2023, the Sparks went 17-23. They missed the playoffs by just one win.
They were firmly in before they lost 5 of their last 7 games. So I think a stronger finish to the year is a point of emphasis for this staff.
Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The sweet lefty stroke of Kelsey Plum. Dialed in from distance.
Here's Melbourne. Dolson up top. Fires from deep. The shot's good. Alicia Clark making the play.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now here is Stevens. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 6 to shoot. To the left side wing. Another 3 for the Sparks.
Loves to grow and improve. Stevens is always looking to add another wrinkle to her game, and that catch and shoot's pretty deadly.
Here's Melbourne. Screen by Sykes. Outside Edwards. Pass to Dolson. Score the basket. Her second of 2 attempts. Sims with it. Now Plum. Hamby. She's covered by Edwards. With the fadeaway. Again, the Sparks good for 2.
This has been a thriller. You can't say enough about the way these teams have battled each other.
All signs point to this thing going all the way down to the wire. I'd be shocked if it ended any other way, Tim.
I'd certainly take that, Brian.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Melbourne. From downtown. That one's in, coming off an assist from Aaliyah Edwards. Sparks trailing. Now Plum. 5 points in the game. Hamby. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And she's having a quarter, converting at a high percentage.
Here's the Mystics with the ball. And here's Melbourne. She's got 5. Sykes outside. Edwards with the screen. And another 3 for Washington.
She can beat you in a lot of different ways. Sykes is dangerous in the pick and roll game because she can handle the ball too.
Jackson outside. Hamby. Another shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one.
Shooting 2.
And the first one falls for her. And the 2-time 6th player of the year. You can't deny the impact of De'Erica Hamby.
Yeah, now she's too good to win that award. You have to start Hamby, a huge part of the Aces' first title team in 2022. Really, to me, one of the most underrated and overlooked players in the league.
Second free throw, no good.
You can trust De'Erica Hamby to deliver all-out effort on the floor. She really puts in the work to make the most of her minutes, and she can be a difference maker for this team.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Here's Cannon. Pass to McDonald. Shot clock at 6. Hamby sets a screen. Again, the miss by the Sparks. The Mystics leading. Here's Van Loo. Clarendon covering. Carly Samuelson on the wing. Here's Van Loo. Austin with it. Inside. Samuelson. Here's the three. Van Loo can't hit. Outside Clarendon. Brink. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
So it's Washington now. Up top, Samuelson. Guarded by McDonald. Samuelson outside. Pass to Angsler. Samuelson, guarded by McDonald. Here's Van Loo. Off target with the three. Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Angsler. To the paint. Shakir Austin with the steal. Now here's Samuelson. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot. Everybody on the floor is hot. It's incredible stuff here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams playing downhill, but somebody's got to cool off eventually, right, Tim?
I hope not.
Now here's Angsler. Van Loo. Clarendon covering. Pass to Samuelson. Here's Van Loo. Here's Austin. Brink covering. And stolen by Cameron Brink. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and game clock. And here's Cannon. She's guarded by Angsler. So they take the lead.
Those defenders look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're just getting pushed around on the low block. Maybe coach has got to make a substitution or something to energize his team.
Well, they better rally soon. They've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Here's Austin. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Sparks ahead, up 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. A close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Sparks. Guys?
I like what we're seeing for them, going right at the basket. Tons of points down there in the paint.
They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting in the paint.
The Sparks with the lead. I know the Sparks, the organization, and the fans are thrilled to have Cameron Brink, the second overall pick in the 2024 draft.
And she's the type of player LA is going to build around. In college, a national champion as a freshman, first-team All-American as a senior. Brink is known for her defense, an incredible shot blocker, and that's the basis for the Sparks defense.
And Washington has possession. Samuelson outside. And Plum gets the whistle that time. That's her first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, the Sparks. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Pass to Kone. Back to Seitz. Angsler. Off the mark there with the three. Burrell. He's guarded by Angsler. Quarter number 2, and we're just about a minute in. Here's Burrell. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Three-pointer, Kelsey Plum. No luck on that one. Samuelson with the ball. It's Brittany Sykes on the wing, guarded by McDonald. Pass to Austin. Nice defense from Cameron Brink. Outside McDonald. Cannon, no good. Washington trailing. Now here's Austin. Here's Sykes. Yes, and it's Shakira Austin picking up the assist.
Once inside, Sykes commits to the play. She'll work around contact if she has to.
Two minutes now played in this second quarter. Pass to Burrell. McDonald with it. She's guarded by Sykes. Brink a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Brian, one of the better all-around defenders in this league, Arie McDonald.
Well, back in college, she won Defensive Player of the Year twice in her conference. With quick feet and quick hands, she lives in the passing lanes and is always a threat to pick the ball and jet the other way.
She misses the free throw. Well, the Mystics joined the WNBA in year 2 of the league back in 1998, and they won their first title in 2019.
It took a long time, but it was well worth the wait, beating the Sun in a thrilling 5-game finals. That 2019 team setting a WNBA record with a 115 offensive rating. They went 26-8 in the regular season. When you think about the all-time teams in the history of this league, 2019 Washington, they're in the conversation.
And the Mystics call time here. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played. To the inside. Here's Samuelson. The Sparks grab the miss. Here's Here's McDonald.
Blocking foul.
And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and she'll go to the line. Well, the Sparks have missed the last 3 playoffs. Rare to see LA struggle like this.
An original WNBA team, they missed the postseason just 4 times in their first 24 seasons. Now, this franchise has the best winning percentage in league history, so you expect they'll turn it around pretty soon.
And she knocks down the first one. So both teams changing it up here. So after making the first, she goes 1 for 2. Now Washington went 19-21 in the 2023 season, falling in the first round to the Liberty.
Yeah, getting swept by the eventual runner-up in New York. The Mystics going 19-20 in the expanded 40-game regular season. They ended up the 7th seed.
Now here is Sims. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Stevens with it. Austin's there. Just 5 on the clock. Kelsey Plum from outside. Offensive rebound. Outside Sims. Pass to Plum. There's the triple. And she's good on the 3 ball.
And this is the mindset Plum has to possess, because when she buries quick shots, it gets her going.
And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Van Loo. Now Austin. She's guarded by Stevens. Here's Van Loo. And another miss by Washington. Outside Sims. Outside Plum. And the Sparks, another 3.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Pass to Angsler. Here's Van Loo. They need this. Now Kone. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Stevens picks one up. After 12 seasons with the Sparks, Nneka Ogwumike decided that 2023 would be her last with the organization.
Yeah, since going first overall in 2012, Ogwumike, an 8-time All-Star with the Sparks, winning MVP and the WNBA title in 2016. 2 Community Assists Awards. They'll miss her in Los Angeles. Nneka, a legend in LA basketball history.
And the first one at the line is good. And when you look at this Washington team, they hang their hat on defense. That's the priority.
Yeah, last year they were 4th in defensive rating. They have a great coaching staff that helps with scouting reports, defensive schemes that we'll see. And the Mystics do a great job, executing those scouting reports.
And so she hits both. Now Plum. She's got 14. Hamby sets a screen. Pass to Stevens. Jackson. She's covered by Clark. 5 on the clock. Here's Sims. Misses the step-back jump shot.
That's a shot she's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Now here's Samuelson. Pass to Van Loo. Clark outside. Samuelson. And another miss by Washington. And here's Plum. Outside Sims. She's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
So tough. Sims is a throwback player, really. A guard more comfortable banging inside than chucking up threes.
And here is Samuelson. quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. The three. Stevens grabs the board.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open, and maybe that's why she missed.
Now here's Plum. Jackson outside. And it's blocked by Stephanie Dolson.
A tremendous shot blocker. Dolson's length at 6'5" and defensive IQ lead the Swats.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Pass to Dolson. Here's Samuelson. Dolson, she's guarded by Stevens. Now here's Samuelson. Shoots over Plum. Shot's good by Samuelson.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it did not work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Sims. Pass to Plum. Jacks up a three. Good, and it's Odyssey Sims who picks up the assist.
Well, they're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them.
Now here's Samuelson. Dolson, she's guarded by Stevens. Dolson in the post, working on Stevens. And it's Dolson missing. And here's Plum. For 3. And the rebound goes to the Mystics. Samuelson with the ball. Watches it. Drops in the tray.
So for the defense, they got to talk to each other. Clearly in air, not getting out there on her three-point attempt.
Now Sims. Outside Plum. Pass to Hamby. Plum. Hamby sets a screen. From the stripe. Can't get it done. It's her 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Clark, guarded by Jackson. Samuelson with the ball. Clark outside. Here's Kone. To the middle. Samuelson. And Tim, you talk about players who had to fight for a spot in the W. How about Carly Samuelson?
Well, she only played 42 games her first 5 years out of college, was released or waived 8 times, found her place in 2023 with the Sparks. Now, Carly's one of the top three-point specialists in the whole league.
That one's off. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And she sinks the second.
And working themselves to the line here in the second, a nice way to get their offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way. That could pay off as well.
Pass to Sims. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot, and we'll go to the line. And that's on Carly Samuelson.
You better think twice before sending Sims to the line. She's an efficient free throw shooter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so she hits both of them. Here's the Mystics with the ball. A 12-point game. Here's Melbourne, guarded by McDonald. Pass to Dolson. Just 5 to shoot. And she banks in the layup.
Offensively, they've dialed down the three-point attempts here in the second.
I'd actually like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from long range.
Now here is Sims. Ambia screen. Down low. It's stolen by Edwards. Inside. Here's Sykes. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
With a nice touch around the rim, Sykes doesn't miss many opportunities inside.
So it's the Sparks now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Right side Sims. Ambi. Yes! Great play by Odyssey Sims to set it up.
And look how well she led her in there with that pass.
Here's the Mystics with the ball. Trailing by 10. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Sykes outside. Pass to Dolson. Back to Sykes. Odyssey Sims with the steal. Takes the three. The second chance effort. And it's good on the lay-in.
Doesn't have the most height, but Sims certainly plays with a lot of heart. And that goes a long way in helping her reel in rebounds.
And here's Sykes. Oh, no good trying to beat the buzzer. And so that's the end of the first half. The Sparks on top. They lead by 12. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Direct your attention to center court, drumline. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, so close. One more time, a round of applause.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started. A fantastic game from Kelsey Plum in this one.
She went absolutely off those first two quarters, guys, and she's capable of doing that each night she hits the floor. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use as we hit the second half.
Well, they've got to make some sort of change, right? I mean, they can't let her continue to torch them like she has been.
And it's the Sparks ball, leading by 12. Sims up top. Pass to Hamby. To the paint. Stevens, that's good.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Assisted by De'Erica Hamby.
Here's Melbourne. Now here is Sykes. She's covered by Sims. Sykes outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Dolson. Here's Melbourne. The 3 ball. Nailed from three-point land.
I know she's doing her best to carry them, but she can only do so much. Things would be different for them if she was getting a little more help.
Now the Sparks with it. 11-point game. Ambia screen. 3-pointer Kelsey Plum. And it's Dolson with the rebound.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Now here is Sykes. She's got 10. To the inside, Edwards. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brittany Sykes.
And you're seeing the selflessness from Brittany Sykes right there. She is all about doing whatever is best for the team.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Ambi outside to the paint. Here's Plum. Banked in off the glass.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Here's Melbourne. She's got 8. Dolson sets a screen. Inside. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Unable to get that one to go.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass.
It certainly wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap.
Down low. Plum. Another one falls for the Sparks.
They're finding lanes to the hoop every time down. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Or at least some fight.
Time called here. The Mystics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, I think the head coach saw too many easy buckets coming from inside and wanted to put a stop to it.
I would think so. I would think so. If they keep giving up the kind of easy looks inside that they have been, they're in big trouble.
And they're going to change something up. Let's see what they do.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Outside for Sykes. Pass to Clark. And here's Melbourne. Clock at 6. Dolson with the screen. Hamby grabs the miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that one.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Ball goes to Washington.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now Melbourne. She's got 8. Sykes outside. To the middle. Dolson's shot's good.
She's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. She can bring them back into this.
Outside Plum. Pass to Stevens. Over Dolson. And that one comes up a bit short. And when Aaliyah Edwards is on the floor, it's easy to see the presence she has in the post.
She has great touch close to the basket as a very efficient scorer. And she's also very athletic. She's a big who can get up the court in a hurry.
Now here's Clark, just 4 to shoot. It's Melbourne. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Pass to Sims. Jackson. Hamby with the ball. 11 points in the game. Plum can't hit.
She's really slowed down here in the second half. Hasn't converted a three-pointer yet after that tremendous first half.
Here's Melbourne. They trail by 11. Sykes outside. Dolson sets a screen. No good on the triple. On the wing, Rakia Jackson. She's guarded by Sykes. And Odyssey Sims, here we go. And can't cash in from close range.
And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the away team, Aaliyah Edwards. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And she can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Here's Sims. 6 points for her. Brink a screen. Here's Sims. Brink. Shot to end the cold run. Yes. Great play by Odyssey Sims to set it up.
Fundamental hoops from Odyssey Sims, making sure to get it to the uncovered teammate.
And here is Sykes. She's got 10. Six on the shot clock. The Mystics again can't hit.
A solid performance inside. You know, their rebounding, it's been terrific.
They're putting together a great game, aren't they? Strong performances throughout, and they've just been strong on the glass.
And it sets a tone.
Outside Plum. Another 3 for the Sparks.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Great ball movement indeed. That's an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Edwards. Here's Sykes. Pass to Austin. From about 19 feet. The Mystics again can't hit. Now here is Sims. She has 6. Now Plum over to the left wing. Brink left side. Back to Plum. Fires for three. And the Sparks, another three.
Great outside shooting is really fueling this run.
And the Heat's just getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down.
And Washington has possession. Trailing by 19. Samuelson outside. Pass to Austin. Got a piece of it. Wide open. And it falls all over the rim and in.
And as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
And it really could get out of hand because their defense has been just as excellent as their offense.
Great overall game.
Now here is Sykes. She's covered by Sims. Samuelson outside. Pass to Austin. Shot clock at 6. Sykes. From deep three-point range. Brink grabs the miss.
You got to give them credit for the job they've done on the boards.
Well, guys, they've done a lot of things well, but their rebounding is right at the top of the list.
Now here's Plum. A 21-point lead, the biggest in this game. To the paint. Brink, the shot is good.
That's what I call court vision. Sims' ability to make plays helps her team break down defenses.
Now Samuelson. 6 points for her. Clark outside. Pass to Austin. Sykes. She's covered by Sims. Back to Austin. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
You know, she's not going to force anything on offense. Austin plays within the flow of the game, takes smart shots.
And they've been really controlling this one.
Never want to get too complacent, though.
Here's Plum. Inside, Cannon. And it's Austin with the rebound. Sykes with the ball. 10 points for her. Samuelson outside. Outside Edwards. Sykes outside. Three-pointer. The Sparks grab the miss.
Well, she had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's happened for her since then beyond the arc.
Kicks it out to Plum. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. It's going to go on Alicia Clark.
I love how intense Kelsey Plum can be, taking her motion into the defense to get the whistle.
And she makes the first. And good on the second, so she makes both. And Washington has possession. Samuelson outside. Pass to Angsler. To the inside. Here's Austin. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. The Sparks on top, opening a huge gap. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for the fourth quarter. rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And Washington has possession. Pass to Kone. Angsler. Van Loo. Guarded by McDonald. Here's Austin. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Opportunistic shot by Austin. Finds the mid-range look and doesn't waste it.
And here's Burrell. Right side Brink. Plum. From the arc. And it's Austin with the rebound.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Now here's Angsler. Defense is right there. 9 feet out. It's hauled in by the Sparks. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
Another turnover for them, but guys, really on the whole, when you look at this game, I think they've done a good job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Pass to Angsler. Van Loo. And the three ball is good.
Great vision from the very unselfish Emily Angsler. She is really all about the team.
And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Brink, guarded by Austin. Brink, left side. Now Burrell. Left side, McDonald. The three. It's rebounded by Kune. Now here's Angsler. Guarded closely. Pass to Austin. Here's Van Loo. Austin with it.
Los Angeles foul. Ray Burrell. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for the Los Angeles Sparks. Number 6, Odyssey Sims.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And that one's good. Austin.
And after a scoreless first half, she's come to life here in the second half.
They have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely on the other side, really not much resistance put up.
Up top, Plum. She's guarded by Samuelson. Pass to Cannon. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Sims. They need this. That one is off. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Van Loo. She's covered by Sims. Back to Samuelson. Kone. Up top, it's Austin. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. They need to stop this run.
I think it's time to switch things up, either by going to the bench or with a different look defensively.
The Sparks call timeout. Here's Burrell. She's guarded by Angsler. Pass to Sims. Brink a screen. To end the drought. And there's the nice layup by Sims.
A notable finisher around the rim. Sims doesn't want any weak spots in her game, and I admire that.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And here's Dolson. Brink covering. And here's Dolson. Pass to Sutton. And stolen by Cameron Brink. Now here's Sims. From past the arc, the three-pointer is on target.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves.
Here's Sutton. And here's Angsler. Now Dolson takes the three. Kelsey Plum comes up with the rebound.
One made three for her in this game. Does she focus closer in? We'll see.
Here's Burrell. Here's Plum. Soft touch off the glass.
It's obvious that Plum has found her rhythm tonight. Nice to see her making a big impact on that end.
Here's Sutton. Pass to Austin. Now Sutton. She's guarded by Plum. Back to Austin. Austin controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
She's shaken off her cold shooting performance from the first half.
Now Plum. There's a screen. Here's Cannon. Shoots over Austin. Here's Brink. It's rebounded by Angsler. And Washington has possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Pass to Dolson. Over Sims. Dolson's shot's good.
Scoring inside, it's about a lot of things. To me, touch is most important. And Dolson knows how to get the ball in the hoop.
Outside Sims. Back to Plum. Now here's Brink. Back to Plum. Clock at 4. 18 feet out. And she knocks down the jumper.
Strong work for her at the offensive end, helping them sustain this lead.
Pass to Angsler. And here's Samuelson. Drills it from outside.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Here's Sims. Burrell. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Now Sutton. Shoots over Plum. And Washington again with the bucket.
4 of their last 5 makes came off a high-quality shot inside.
And that's right out of the textbook. They're having their way down low right now.
Here's Burrell. Outside Sims. She can't hit that time. Great D that time from Shakira Austin. Down low. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Sims. Pass to Burrell. Plum. She's guarded by Samuelson. Now here's Brink. Burrell. And here's Plum. Gets it to go from downtown.
Maybe the most pure lefty jumper we've seen. Quick release, accurate. Plum's got a sweet J.
And the Mystics call time here. And here's Melbourne. Pass to Clark. Dolson with it. Sykes. She's covered by Sims. Three-pointer. Sykes, no good. And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Sims. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her, too. A move you perfected, actually. But they were going to get her there one way or the other.
Here's Melbourne. She's guarded by Plum. Sykes outside. Looking to end her cold spell. Jackson pulls it in. No question who's been in control of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've really taken charge.
Right side Plum. Here's Brink. It's in, and she's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And her hard work on the boards gave them another crack at the points there.
Pass to Clark. Outside Edwards. Tipped away. Edwards with the screen. Sykes. Again, Brittany Sykes missing. Now here is Sims. Rebounded by the Mystics. Pass to Melbourne. Here's Clark. To the paint. Dolson. Now Edwards. And here's Melbourne. Puts up a three. Sinks the three-pointer.
3 points.
So it's the Sparks now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Plum. There's a screen by Stevens. Plum can't hit. And so it's the Sparks taking care of business in this one. The outcome of this one was never in doubt.
They were really putting out a supreme effort, and it felt like once they had this significant lead, they were not going to let it go.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.
And we'll see you next game.